Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is DJ Reed returning. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
On first down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 44-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Brings up second.
A look at the numbers from last week for Olsen. 7 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch everyone thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category.
And the Seahawks
on first and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end.
Wilson's pass complete.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Seattle.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
With the handoff.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. First and goal from the 6. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Fourth down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown.
Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now, the former number 2 overall pick, Carson Wentz. Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
play. Second and 10.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20.
It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
46-yard
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The 47-yard line.
The numbers for Sanders last week, very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Dallas Goddard.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 3. Seahawks nothing.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, and he was able to get it there from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's got the first down here and then some, but a penalty flag down. This could very well be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown had 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. Third and long, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Spinning away. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Complete to Miles.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle is going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use his speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
It's second and 8.
To throw again on second down. Wentz, he'll fire it deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First and 10.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
First and 10 at their own.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Throwing again. Wilson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a third and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Josh Gordon.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first three drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
With it is Jackson. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it first and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz, and he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and it's third down. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At the 39-yard line.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10. Seahawks, nothing.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Benson Mayoa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Brings up
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Wentz took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott to kick it away. Here's Reed. Good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
But no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Taken down at the
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st down, Seahawks.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Brought down by Nate Gehring.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Yards on the play. And it's
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On for the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run. A first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And he will find his man on the in route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. On play action, Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This ball complete to Rager. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Wentz to his rookie wideout Rager for an Eagle first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Jamal Adams there.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard.
They'll try a jet sweep. It's Rager. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Rager. That's good for an Eagles.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Jake Elliott taking on for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run it with Carson. And some room to maneuver. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 36-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, It's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep, so that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson, that's caught at the 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
He is good. Makes the score Eagles 24. Seahawks 3.
So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
At the 44-yard line.
The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Here's James. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing is Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Being chased out left. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Miles Sanders
Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
He was brought down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
He was taken
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Wynn's going to try and throw on third. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
intended for Alshon Jeffrey. Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with another 3 on the board, all things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Seattle.
On first down, it's Carson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night.
Brings up
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his running back, Hyde. And he gets it down to the 32.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Greg Olsen.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Carlos Hyde with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Winston, the Eagles now with a first and 10 right at the 30. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
39-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and
another run here with Sanders. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a third and 8.
It's now third and
now Wentz on third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
He was taken down.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10.
No gain on the play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's third and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott good on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Reed returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
so tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
It's a gain
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
46-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Wilson's pass.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
Out of bounds.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Buying time to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Touchdown.
Russell Wilson, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Let's shift now and discuss Deshaun Jackson. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They'll go again with Sanders. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Good. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. The 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Brings up
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
Caught by the tight end Ertz. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
At the 43-yard
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Sanders with a carry on first down as he picks his way forward for a gain of 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we got them now.
7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Cody Barton.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard.
Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 7. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
Seahawks 16.
So it's 3 more points, and that brings this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's Reed. Good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility.
10 yards.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Operating from the gun. Wilson, he looks underneath and he finds Hyde. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it'll be second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Now a dump off here complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10, right at the 40. And he's got room. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Flushed out right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Wentz now on first down. Steps away. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. A gain of 6 there on first. To throw again on second down. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third and 4.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
3-yard line. A gain of 5.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try to run with Sanders. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
The play lost.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Fletcher Cox on the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
At the 5-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down.
Complete to Greg Olsen. 24-yard.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Third down.
On third down, Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
First down, Seahawks.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Wilson on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.